Formula feeding. What's the big deal? It's just as good as breast milk and less hassle, right? Wrong. While companies that make formula are always trying to improve formula, breast milk is still better for your baby if you're able to breastfeed. I know, you've probably heard all of the horror stories about breastfeeding, and you're probably thinking there's no way you can do it. But today, I want to possibly change your mind about that and clear up a few of those myths about breastfeeding. Possibly the biggest myth surrounding breastfeeding is the idea that it causes your breast to sag. And it's normal to worry about that. Most women and teens are very aware of what their breasts look like, and they don't want to do anything that might change their size or shape. So the factors that contribute to sagging breasts are pregnancy itself, aging, and smoking. Now, aging is a natural process and there isn't much you can do about that. But smoking, on the other hand, makes your skin less firm and less elastic, much like aging does. So if you're thinking about picking up the habit after you deliver, you may want to take this information into consideration. Pregnancy also plays a role because during those 9 months, your breasts become fuller and heavier, causing them to stretch and possibly sag. Breastfeeding, however, hasn't been found to worsen this effect though. Now, another concern that teen mothers may have about breastfeeding is breastfeeding in public. You may be extremely frightened of it, and some women may even be concerned and believe that it's illegal to breastfeed in public, and that is false. You have the right to breastfeed in public, and you should take advantage of that right. The very first time, you may be slightly nervous. You may be thinking to yourself, what if someone may see my breast? Or what if someone may stare? Or what if people are so bothered by it that they ask me to stop? It's very normal to have these concerns. However, there are a lot of different methods out there to help to increase your privacy and comfort with breastfeeding. For example, they have wraps, and you can use a blanket to cover yourself and your baby as you're breastfeeding. Also, at some locations, they may have lactation rooms set aside so that you can nurse your baby in privacy and in more comfort. Another factor that may discourage teen mothers from breastfeeding is the idea that they won't have an opportunity to go back to school, or that they must have their baby with them at all times. Just after birth, babies digest breast milk quickly, and they want to nurse about every 1 to 3 hours. However, as babies grow, their stomachs also grow, and they don't need to nurse quite as frequently. So by the time you return back to school, your baby may be nursing about 7 to 9 times throughout the day, in comparison to 8 to 12 times throughout the day. So if you were pumping during your time off and then also pumping and nursing while you're back in school, then you should be able to breastfeed for a very long time. And to help with that, you may want to contact your school nurse or principal and create a plan for nursing and pumping that will work best for you and your baby. Now, we understand that breastfeeding is not for everyone. And if after this time you decide that it's something that is not for you, we do not want you to feel guilty about it. Our goal is to promote breastfeeding as the best option for infant feeding. But we do understand that it doesn't work for everyone. But at the end, we hope the best for you and your baby.